Fumos are freaking weird, bro. I mean, they have those big eyes, that little mouth, and are using those crappy memes, but why are they so loved? Because they're cute and apparently soft to the touch. If you ever met a Tall fan or someone exposed to the series, they've likely seen images of the Cirno Fumo in a low quality WhatsApp meme or whatever it's called. The Fumos themselves have apparently existed for quite a while, surprisingly, ever since the year of our Lord 2008, aka the Jurassic Era. So after doing some research on my dingus 2011 laptop, I think I finally connected the pieces to create the history of Fumos. So, in the beginning, there was Touhou, and then later there were Touhou Doujins. Touhou itself is technically a Doujin series, but after the explosion in the popularity of Embodiment of Scarlet Devil and Perfect Cherry Blossom, many circles decided to create fan content to be sold at Comic-Con and other conventions simply for the love of being a fan. One of the earliest examples that I could find is likely the first Touhou Doujin album, Stardust Reverie, released by Popcorn and Hatakata in Comic-Con 64 in 2003. So we know that this whole Doujin culture has existed for a while, right? But where are the Fumos? Well, in August of 2008 at Comic-Con 74, the people at Angel Type released a Reimu Marisa Fumo, and it was said that they sold out very quickly. Even back then, were impossible to find using Yahoo Japan auctions. Later the following year, Angel Type teamed up with GIF to release more Fumos, but they still sold out quickly, which proved that they were very popular. And also proved that hoarder culture still existed back in 2008-2009. Over the years, Angel Type released more and more Fumos, like Ino Sakuya, which I heard is supposed to be significant somehow. Maybe it's because of her art style, which defines the Fumo look. Oh yeah, and they also released many other fan favorites like Meiling, Aya, Satori, Iki, and even Suwako Moria, who hasn't been re-released since 2011. Come on, Angel Type!
My oh my, am I such a clown. So it appears Suwako actually released at Reticide 2022. Well, at least they got one redemption point.
Later on, they released the Big Boy Deca Fumos in 2009, and even different versions of characters like Unidentified Fantastic Object Marisa in 2014 and Hidden Star in 4 Seasons Cirno in 2018. Yeah, I love my tan Cirno. So yeah, you can tell that Fumos have had a big success, but how did they affect internet culture, you may ask? Well, Fumos have been a staple of the Touhou community for a while in various places like Twitter or Japan 4chan boards, but we're still a niche part of the community, all things considered. However, how did Fumos really grow big? I think the reason is because of a fellow Touhou tuber, Yumemi. In December 2018, Yumemi released their first video, Reimu Encounters an Easygoing Egotist, and as you can see, yep, that clearly looks like a Fumo. So after that, Yumemi kept growing as a channel, and thus Fumo's popularity in the West just kept growing as well. I would say that during the lockdown era, Fumo has really grown via the many memes that it has. I mean, heck, just search up Fumo on YouTube right now and come back to this video and just tell me how many Fumo memes did you find. Yeah, and if you come back right now, you can see that, yikes, that is quite a lot of memes. Now, I wouldn't say that Fumos are all good and great. In fact, they have their own problems that really need to be addressed. One of the major problems is how difficult it is to actually get a Fumo. You see, Angel Type / Gift only sells their Fumos in Japan, in limited quantity, about twice a year, and they usually sell out in minutes, and the website crashes before then. Due to how hard it is to get Fumos, it's very likely that you'll get a Fumo from third-party resellers and they can be a hit or miss. Example, on Amazon or eBay, you will likely see genuine Fumos go for hundreds of American dollars. I mean, you can see that there are Fumos that are reasonably priced, but those are bootlegs most of the time. Alright, so what about getting them from actual Japanese sites like Yahoo Japan auctions? Well, they're more reasonably priced if you consider buying a Fumo for about $60 reasonable. I believe that there are other ways of getting them, like getting them directly from Gift at market price, but it is a huge gamble since you have to be quick in buying the Fumos at the precise moment they release. Plus, it's not even guaranteed that your purchase will be valid with a foreign credit card. I mean, you can get a proxy, but they could be expensive. Yeah, it's a huge mess. Plus, it doesn't help that Fumos are suffering from a scalper market, and that many Fumo owners have to hoard them for whatever reason. I mean, hey, if it makes you feel better, you can always get the bootlegs. Personally, I support buying the bootlegs if you just want the Fumo for the Fumo aesthetic rather than actually having an authentic. Since if you're buying Fumos, it's likely that you're buying them because you want their appearance on anything else. Plus, it's totally not like they're going to be sitting on the shelf for 90% of their entire life. Oh wait, what about the Deca Fumos that I mentioned earlier? Like, you know, they're pretty big. I mean, heck, you can use them as a pillow. So, you know, let's see how expensive they are. What the fuck? So, in conclusion, Fumos are a weird thing. I mean, you see us grown-ass men going out of their way to buy a $100 toy yokai, but why? Because it's fun. And I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with playing with toys when you are supposed to be out of the age range for playing with them. But in all seriousness though, it's strange that these toys have become a staple in the Touhou community. I mean, you know it's famous when there was a Roblox game based off of the toys. Plus, it's also strange that you can buy Fumos for the price of a game console itself. And heck, even for the price of a fridge. Strange how the world works. But anyway, enough being said, may God bless you all, my brothers and sisters, and always remember that, hey, if you ever feel sad, remember that an Iki Fumo exists. So, if she can exist, anything's possible in this world.